you ever feel like there's something between us? It doesn't turn on. Try another one. That officially marks our final big project that we wanted to do in the RV. We're headed to Lowe's to pick up trim and pieces for the floor to finish where our seams come together on our stairs and things. Some paintbrushes so I can do some touch-up work on our bottom where our trim goes. Paint our trim too. This is hopefully one of our last trips to Lowe's. Oh, we're also buying some liquid nail because Luke used some that he had, but he didn't have very much, so he ran out, and we're finishing up the floor, gluing down with that liquid nail and putting in all these trim pieces with liquid nail too. Hopefully our very last thing that we're coming to Lowe's for is lights. We want to replace the slide out lights at least. We have the fixtures for it, but we don't have the bulbs. Luke still has to kind of look into and figure out all the electrical work that needs done to do that. We're gonna try returning our box of flooring. We have one left we didn't open. It's been past 90 days and we can't find a receipt, so we don't have very high hopes that we'll get anything back for it. I don't know what else to do with it. It's just one box of floor. Maybe I'll use it in my next house if I have an extremely small space that needs floored or something. I don't know. Yeah. They're out of the piece we need, and that's how much that one is, but we could make this work. It's just literally double the price. They wouldn't take it back, even though, well, they can pull up your receipt with your credit card, but it was past the 90 days. So the moral of that story is finish your dang project. Don't put it off so long. But it was only one box.
I'd rather have one too many than one not enough.
That trip cost us $150 just to keep us on track of where we're at money-wise. We just got done with church. We're at Home Depot to check out to see if they have the piece that we need. I don't know if we're gonna do much at the house today. Probably not. It's Super Bowl Sunday. All right, $20 later, we have our pieces. He's trying to figure out if the car is long enough to even put this in. We may have a problem. It fits! Do you ever feel like you're separated from the one you love? Do you ever feel like there's something between us? Since we couldn't get to them right now and I needed space for cleaning, we stored our trim pieces and the things for the stairs up there. We've leaned these over here. And then we've stored the trim pieces up there too. So we'll see if when I'm exercising in the morning or my kitten's running around like a psycho, if we end up getting rained on by trim pieces. But now we can finally clean this floor. It's Saturday and we're working on our floor. Luke is doing trim work. Well, the floor's all the way done. Luke's working on trim work. We were gonna stain. We had some pieces that Luke had stained the other day and we were gonna stain some more to be able to work on our slide outs this morning. But then randomly there was like an extreme, it felt like a pop-up hurricane that lasted for 5 minutes. It was so weird. We thought we were gonna like flip over or something in here. It was crazy. The rain has calmed down. It's actually nice again. It looked like it was nighttime when that happened too. It was so weird. So maybe I'll take the pieces out to stain. My kitten's freaking out. She's freaking out. She's just zooming. And Luke is working on these trim pieces. So I will keep you updated with where we're at. They're ready. Just be careful walking, but there's cat toys. He's completed these pieces. The trim is in, looking pretty good. Our stain color was a lot darker than we were expecting it was going to be. Looks fine. Looks finished. Next is over here.
Got Tawny staining. Look at that.
A little bit lighter than this is what it looked like at the store. That was the color I thought we were gonna get. Then the ones that we're doing on the steps are way dark.
Alright, so this is what we're using for, hopefully, for our slide outs to make that transition from like the slide out floor to the main floor, because I've spent hours and hours looking on Pinterest and YouTube and everything to try to figure out how people make that transition, and everybody seems to do it different. So this is what we're doing. I actually came up with this idea from looking on the Lowe's app. I was just on there looking at other trim, and I saw this, and I thought that I can make it work. So hopefully I can.
It's gonna liquid nail it.
Yeah, I'm gonna liquid nail it to the floor. I will show you the process, but
here's when it's stained, what it looks like.
Yep. It's like pre-sanded and everything, so it's ready for stain. So we didn't have to do anything to prep it.
And it was pretty cheap compared to the pieces that come with, like, in the flooring department.
It's Friday, and Tawny has gone to a cafe to get some work done. So I'm gonna work on trimming. I'm gonna start here underneath the mirror. So I gotta move all that and do the trim there. And then we have to do the slide out, but I think I'm gonna wait for Tawny to get back before I try to tackle that, because we have to like move the couch and the desk and everything. I'm gonna work on the rest of the house. So over here, all of this, trimming all that, and then the kitchen area too.
Hey, I'm home now. Luke is pulling out the awning so that we can go outside and do some painting. So it's time to finally paint. I've taped up some spots that I need to touch up since I'm gonna have the paint out. But I'm taking this piece and I'm going to, this is the piece that goes right down here. And instead of keeping it white, I'm gonna paint it this olive color, and I'm needing to go around and touch up all of those spots. That's like primer that I never went ahead and finished because the carpet was there, I think. So I needed to be able to get all the way down, and then wanting to wait until it was time. But Luke's been making some progress here. There is he's put in that little mini piece. You can see the like half, or it's like a really small part of a piece. And then I've taped up some more spots, and I'm gonna head outside and do some painting of trim, and then come inside and paint the other spots. Luke's gonna polyurethane these pieces so that we can wipe them off easy, because we can already see problems. There has been one casualty so far in today's adventures. Luke cut himself. Wait, I needed to focus. Yeah, give us a thumbs up. Alright, our trimming is done. Luke has gone around and done all the trim. Let me show you. So the trim down here, he's done the whole slide out, and then all the way around the island has been finished. I've just gone around and done 2 coats of polyacrylic on these white trim things under whatever they are. I don't know what they are, but I've done it everywhere that I can, and they recommend 3 coats, but I did 2, and so I've done it everywhere and done it right here. And then Luke is grabbing some food for us, and he's bringing back sandpaper so I can sand this, because this is such a weird thing. All the paint was coming off here, which I actually touched it up the other day because I wanted to take a picture. But yeah, I'm going to be sanding that off. Like it goes all the way down to the primer and everything. And it's so weird because when we open the fridge, it's like this. Like we really try not to, but the closing part, I guess, like touching that every day. Our cat is freaking out. So I'm hoping that if we sand that and then polyacrylic right here, if we sand it and then paint it and polyacrylic there, a couple coats, we won't have that problem anymore. Luke was wanting me to do the whole door, but I've tested out up here. I've done 2 coats and it's not that much of a difference. So I'm thinking I'm only gonna just do this top corner area where it's coming off very badly. So other than that, the paint has held up pretty well. And I did go around because the paintbrushes were out, and I touched up some things. Our dishes need washed, but can't do anything until things dry now. Trying not to get that too wet when I'm rinsing off brushes and stuff, but I should share when he gets back. But this is almost our last project. The last thing we want to do are these lights up here, and I've already bought some things for it. The actual fixtures I've bought right there. But Luke needs to grab the correct actual bulbs, and he's gonna have to do all that electrical work to make sure that's good. But other than that, that's our very last project, and we're really hoping we can get that done next weekend. Oh, he also needs to trim the slide out, but he's trimmed already over under this. So the only thing, and we're thinking we could possibly do it this weekend, is trimming that slide out. And then doing these lights will require probably a purchase offline, because I don't think he's gonna be able to find that locally. But we're so excited. When it's done, we're finally gonna be able to just be done. And this project will finally be wrapped up. And here he comes with our delicious, nutritious food.
Tani is working on a YouTube video in there. And I am going to attempt to do this slide out stuff. So I'm going to show you the process of what we do, or what I decided to do to try. We'll see if it works in the end. Should work, I hope. This is something that I spent a ton of time like looking at ideas and researching and stuff, and nobody really talks about how they do it. This when they redo the floors in their RVs. I wanted to make sure that we gave you like a clear picture and video and talk about how we did it. This is what it looks like. These are all full width pieces. So I started with a full width along the wall, and then these are all the full width pieces and ended right there. So this here is like I had to rip all these pieces to that width right there. I've kind of tried the pieces out. There's the cut pieces. I've tried them out, and they don't like pop out from this existing floor here. So it should work out. So here we go. We'll put the floor that I just put in, glue it. Use liquid nail or power grab or whatever you want to use. So I'll glue this part right here right to that floor, and hopefully this will make a nice transition down from the slide out floor to the main floor. It's done. Today I am going to try to play electrician and figure out RV electricity and replace our lights. We don't like the old dated lights that we have here. So I have ordered 5 lights from Amazon that are right here, and I'll show you when I unpack them. But right now I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to kill the power to these lights. So I came over here to this is where our like fuse panel is and our breaker panel is. So I looked at the breakers, and there aren't any breakers for lights, but down here in the fuse box where these fuses are, main slide out lights right there. So I am going to try pulling it out, and hopefully it will kill the power to the lights without causing too many problems. It worked! Toggle switches, which I'll show you later why I need those, but I'm going to have to add switches because of how RV lights are. So fixtures for the shades that we already have, that we bought from Lowe's, just the pieces themselves, like so. So these are actually what I need the switches for. So I'm gonna drill a hole in the side here and then put this switch right in the side, and then we'll be able to turn the light on and off right from there. The light bulbs, hopefully it's focusing. 12-volt light bulbs, because that's the voltage in the RV. They're supposed to look like Edison light bulbs, like the vintage light bulbs. Yeah, look at that. There's 3 of these. 1 to go here and 2 in the bed slide out. Update, the first light is in. I don't know, I can't test it to see if it works yet because I have to put this one in the way that the slide out was wired. So they all have to be connected in order for it to work, and this one is still unconnected. I had to paint here.
So did that one go in smoothly? I heard a lot of sounds coming from
this
out
one,
here.
I had a problem because the wire actually came off up in the ceiling. These connectors, I've never seen them before, so it must be an RV thing. The wire broke off inside here, up in the ceiling up here. Thankfully the wire didn't disappear into the ceiling, so I was able to hold on to it. I had to use a wire nut and wire nut that together and stick a spare piece of wire that I had in there. But I think I got it, but like I said, can't test it yet, so we'll see. I hope it works.
Well, Luke is out here trying to figure out how to wire this with only 1 wire, even though the other one had 2 wires and the light requires 2 wires. I'm gonna head in here, paint these spots for the lights above the bed. So far so good, the amount of wires there looks correct. Every other spot except for above that dining room table. Here comes the moment of truth.
Well, at least those lights still work. That's a positive.
It doesn't turn on. Try another one. Yay! I knew that 2 out of 3 was gonna work. Those have been painted and Luke's working on them now. I spontaneously decided to prime and paint the bottom of the shower. When you take this out, it leaves these 2 stupid holes that we should have sanded, but we didn't think about it or have the time or feel like it. So he's doing it as close as he can to cover up those spots, and we'll see if we can cover them up. I think it's possible. Might just be easier on this one than that one. Here's a comparison. This is the one we had, which I painted white crappily. And there's what we have now. Looks so much better. These are so ugly. Okay, here he goes. It works! They both work!
Oh my gosh. So happy. 4 out of 5.
You did it!
Looks good.
It's bright.
Just a little bit bright.
The light fixtures are done! He's done it! That officially marks our final big project that we wanted to do in the RV. It's officially, technically supposed to be our final project. There's still a little bit I need to finish wallpapering this door, and I want to, now that I've made that little cubby down there, a little litter box cubby, I want to put a curtain. We're all the way done with the big stuff. We're ready to finally do a final reveal. The next video you'll be seeing here on the channel that has to do with our RV renovation will be our house tour. We're actually about to go do a clean with me because this place is a wreck, and we want to be able to do we're going to do a clean with me video, and then tomorrow we're going to do a tour and all of our pictures that we want to take in the RV, since it'll be sparkling clean, it will be all the way done. Now we have these beautiful lights. And in our bedroom too. This one does not work at this time, but at least looks good. So, we're so excited. It feels weird to finally be like, we're done. We're done! We could sell it at this point and be happy. We did it. Mostly him did it. Hey friends, it's Tanya and Luke. If you're still here watching, thank you so much for making it this far in the video and for watching. If you like this video, please give us a like and drop down in the comments below what you liked best from our renovation stuff that we did today. And thank you so much for watching through our whole playlist. If you haven't watched the whole thing, be sure to head back to video 1 and go through all 10 of our videos of our entire renovation of our RV. And be sure to subscribe to our channel if you like our RV content. You don't want to miss anything new coming up and more renovation content coming up in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!
Bye.